Hey everybody, today I'm going to be flying the 8th leg of my Dublin, Ireland to Durban, South Africa flight sim Odyssey. This one from Birmingham in the UK to London City Airport, where I have made multiple attempts, none of them satisfactory to land. I didn't crash, but I wasn't happy with them. Before I get going, I've already made a flight plan, but I'm going to check here to see the conditions and active runways at Birmingham and London City. So Birmingham, the active runway is 33, which is this way, and what I plan for going out, kind of, I guess you would call that west-northwest, and broken clouds at 2,100 feet, overcast at 4,800. So I've been planning to cruise at 5,100, slightly above this overcast. Probably won't see much. London City, again, the active runway is 27, which I planned for, broken clouds at 2,000 feet, so it looks to be clearing a bit between the two airports. 15 knots, 14 knots, almost 15 knots is a pretty good crosswind this way, which means we'd be getting pushed to the right upon landing, and so I have to be kind of ready for that. This is the altimeter, barometric pressure for the altimeter at London City. It changes en route. So anyway, check that, and now I'm going to go to the sim. Well, okay, I'm in the plane now, and I've spent a while trying to get the flight plan set up. I had to do some changes because the waypoints that I put in were not working with my chart or anything else. Gassed up, full tanks. I'm going to cruise, I guess, at 5,100 feet. And get the approach chart. Runway 27 at London City. 111.15 is the localizer. I already have that set. And I'm just going to leave this chart there. And I'll turn on the sim link just so we show up when it's time on the chart.
Birmingham ground, Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra with India request taxi for takeoff west departure. Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra taxi to and hold short of runway 15 by taxiway Foxtrot Hotel Lima 1 cross runway 3 Tango 1 Tango.
Already threw me a loop.
Alpha 5 Alpha 4
So
Alpha,
I thought,
Alpha 3 Alpha 2 Alpha 1.
I looked at the weather in advance, and it said that 33 was the active. Evidently they don't think so. So we're going out the opposite way. They've got rainbows here today. Any unicorns? I don't see them. Okay, if you look at the primary flight display here, the course direction indicator, which is in Magenta for GPS, you can see that this is the direction that I wanted to go. However, the runway, the tower has told me to take off in the opposite direction. I was hoping to take off on runway 33. You can see our heading right now is 326. Runway 33 would be 330 or pretty close to it. Instead, we're taking off 180 degrees the other way, which will require me to execute a left turn out of here. I think to get back on course. Why the left turn? Because I can see out of that window better than I can see out of that one. It'll be an interesting takeoff with the clouds, and I don't see the overcast that was predicted. Once again, I'm using this cheater blue taxi ribbon because I do not understand their instructions ever. It's an alphabet soup and I can't make heads or tails of it. Okay, we're at the runway. Stop at the yellow line right here. Talk to the tower.
Birmingham Tower Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 15 ready for departure west departure. Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra altimeter tree 0.06 wind tree 20 and tree 7. West departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 15. Cleared for takeoff runway 15 Beechcraft X-Ray Golf Sierra.
Okay, here we go. Set the altimeter. I have the altitude set. I loaded a departure procedure from the airport. I'm going to have to get on track for that. But first, got to take off and do a U-turn. So, here we go. Gear up. Positive climb right. And co-pilot says flaps up. Alright. And I got to acknowledge that.
Birmingham Tower Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra continue for west departure.
And I got to turn around the other way, so I'm going to start that now. I'm going to continue to hand fly it as we climb. And when those two purple lines start converging again, down below, right there, I will turn on the autopilot and hit navigation. And I think I better go right to my, I gotta turn on the de-icer right now. There we go. I should have done that before. Alright. So I'm going 90 degrees to our course. And, okay, I'm still here.
Birmingham Tower Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra frequency change.
Okay, we're on autopilot and up in the soup. Okay, so at cruise altitude and doing 160 knots, which would be about 240 miles an hour, I believe. 1.5 is the conversion knots, 2 miles. So until the air traffic control people pester me, I'm just going to shut up and enjoy the view and talk to you if there's something of interest or when we get closer to London. So here's our chart, and what I'm really concerned here is about the approach plate, and I need to be at 3,000 feet here, and this, by the way, is not the way we're going to go, not just going like that, because I couldn't get a flight plan as nice as this looks here. When I tried to enter it here in the flight plan, it didn't work out very well. So I had to pick a what they call an arrival procedure, and coming from this way, we had to really start out here over the channel. So it's going to be very roundabout, flying over the channel down this way and then back in. Now, if I go by the rules and they, I call the tower ahead of time and say, I've got India or Gulf or whatever they say to land, and they tell me to land the opposite direction, I may just say forget it and land the way I want, because I had a heck of a time revising my flight plan, setting this business up over here so that we, instead of going that way, have to go out here and come back. And that is what's called a star. I think it's it's standard terminal arrival. Where the R comes in, I don't know. And they're not talking about the terminal as in a building. They're talking about it as the terminus of your flight at the runway. So the outgoing procedure is called a standard instrument departure, or SID. Well, that makes more sense than STAR. For realism's sake and immersion in the flight sim experience, I try to go by the rules as much as I can. Okay, as I said earlier, this plan now, this flight plan here has no bearing on what's actually going to happen. We're going to be going out over the English Channel and turning back to London City. So I just looked at the approach. I don't know why 9,000 feet. That's what got plugged in here. I had no intention of going that high. 5,100 seems fine to me. And so anyway, I need to go down to 6,000 feet here, 5,045, a little less here, and steadily down, and I have to be at 2,000 feet when we get to the final approach fix. It's over here, I believe. Otherwise, the ILS approach won't work. That's why I say if I suddenly got instructions to come in from the other direction, I don't think I could reprogram and do all the nonsense you have to do in here with the mouse and so forth in good time to land. So if I don't ask, they can't say no, right? This is our approach that I was talking about. We are going to be going out over the channel, then looping back, and about here at revs need to be at 6,000 feet, and that'll be really the commencement of the final approach. Well, it's 31 degrees at this altitude. I'm surprised we haven't picked up any ice yet. Okay, well, this is where we part ways with the map over here. What matters is not this chart, other than the approach, but what's in our flight plan multifunction display down here. I think we're picking up a little bit of icing on the window over here. Right there. Still 31 degrees Fahrenheit. There's a patch of ice right there. I don't see any. I think that's ice. I've changed the target altitude to 3,300. We're already below 6,000. The next one would be 5,045. There's not much difference between that and 5,100. So the next target is 3,000, roughly 3,030 feet. So where are we? We're not anywhere on this chart at the moment. I'll just zoom out. There we are. Way the heck up here. What are we doing up there? Well, we're following this flight plan. And we're about to turn. There we go, our right turn. And now things happen kind of fast. These waypoints are pretty close together after this. Okay, well, there's the English channel. Oh, we're going to go back out over the channel here, obviously. See where we are on the chart. Over here. And we're going to go like that. Turn to the left in about 13 miles. I don't know what town that is. Sticking my head out the window for a better look. Anybody watching from the UK would probably be able to tell me. So at RAVSA it says BOD, bottom of descent. Well, that would be descending from 9,000 to 6,000. But we were already below it anyway. Okay, the next waypoint is 4 miles. Gapke. I'm going to get down to 3,300 a bit early. Well, I want to get this down to about 120 knots. Indicated airspeed, which is what's on the strip. I don't want to let the airspeed slip too low. It's easy to do. You're going to forget about it, and suddenly you're stalling.
Beechcraft Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra South End approach altimeter 30.03 continue as planned.
The altimeter changed again, which means we're actually higher than we thought we were. The barometric pressure increased. So you have to keep track of that so you have the right altitude on your panel. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, where's where I'm going to put it, comment if you have anything to say. I don't know if I'm really talking to anybody or not. Okay, so I think it's time to go down. I'm gonna descend. Gradually. I'm going down to 3,300 now. So we're at 3,300. Again, I've got to dial back the speed. Picked up quite a speed, fair amount of speed in that descent. And the next altitude I'm setting is 2,000 over here in green, which is where I have to be. I need to be at 2,000 coming in right here. So I'm probably going to do that right now. Well, London City.
Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is 14 miles east, 2,000 feet with Sierra to land.
Let's see what they tell me. Oh, good. No, I don't have to change a thing. All right. That's
Fly
good.
straight in runway 27 Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra.
That's good news. Well, I'm just going to slow down and I'm going to wait a bit to arm the approach. We ought to pick up the localizer pretty soon, and this purple needle should go green. What are these lines out here? Well, this is missed approach, which you could do entirely on autopilot, but I am not going to show you how to do that today. So we are 4 miles from Lavno, and I've armed the approach. And you can see that it's armed by the white GS, which means glide slope. So, oops, losing a little too slow at this point. The airspeed was kind of creeping. I was losing the airspeed. It was slowly slowing. And there's London City 10 miles ahead. And we should catch the glide slope. Well, here it is. You look at that, it says TOD, Lavno. That's top of descent. So that's where the descent to the runway begins. And that is 2 miles from us. 2 miles out from that. And at this point, my job is to monitor the airspeed closely. I want to land at about 90 knots, true airspeed. That's where we pick up the beacon, right there. And we should begin a descent. Look, there we go. Now we're going to descend. Okay. So let's get ready. Get rid of this. And we'll see when am I going to pick up the runway. Well, we're a couple miles from the final approach fix. I think that's where the descent begins. The glide slope still isn't in green, but the course direction indicator went from purple GPS to look green, which is localizer. So it switches automatically. I didn't have to do anything. 250.
Cleared to land runway 27 Beechcraft X-ray Golf Sierra.
Alright. I think we begin our descent about a mile. At that point, I'm going to start doing a lot of things. Flaps, gear. Three-tenths of a mile to the final approach fix. And coming up in 210 now. And I still don't see any No action here yet. There we go. Okay, we're descending. Glide slope. GS just went green. And I'm going to put in some flaps. We're 3 miles out, and this is a really hairy approach, frankly. I'm going to lower the gear. I don't ever see how I'm going to make this. I swear, this is one of the hardest airports to land at. I mean, this approach, I don't see how it gets me to the runway from here. In 2 miles at this speed. This is going to happen. Full flaps. Well, I'm going to have to trust it. It never looks like it's going to work to me. See? It doesn't. So the autopilot's not good for very much up to that by this point.
500.
But almost counts, I guess. It's not a horseshoes, but say I've done this multiple times. Maybe this is the best I've done so far, and it's going to be the last. All right.
Beech craft, X-ray Golf, Sierra exit, runway when able.
Who? So the ILS does not get you to the runway. It brings you in high, and you better disengage your autopilot. Rather than trust in the ground beacon, because it's not very accurate. It's not very,
X-ray Golf, Sierra, turn next taxiway.
not very precise.
Beech craft, X-ray Golf, Sierra contact.
Okay, that's it. Birmingham to London City. It's a challenging airport, and it's especially challenging if you happen to land in the other direction, because the first time I did it, I came that way and almost clipped a radio tower. Passed right under my right wing. Gotta love this sim. It's really fun. So I'm just gonna leave you with the standard air traffic controllers kiss off, as it were. And let's get my keyboard so I can stop this video. And hope you enjoyed as much of this as you managed to watch. I hope you enjoy the interesting bits I've left after editing the video. And with that, I'm going to say good day.